Would be awesome to play together with Paul one day. Play together with Paul one day. Play together with Paul one day.
The city, ever since I left the city, the city, the city, ever since I left the city, the city, the city, ever since I left the city, the city, the city, ever since I left the city, the city, the city, ever since I left the city,
Welcome back, you lovely wingers, to this, the Manchester United career mode. And guys, we have signed Antoine Griezmann. And check out these stats. He's already dark greens in all the physicals, finishing, dribbling, crossing, ball control, short passing, long passing, giving your mom the business. He can do it. He's not the tallest fool at 5'9", but that's what you kind of like. Can play striker, right wing, left-footed, 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves at the age of 25. Still got a little bit of room to grow, and we are going to unleash him up against the likes of Liverpool, Stoke City, and Manchester City. Well, probably not up against Stoke, but all those other guys we're going to unleash, because we are in the January transfer window, and he's not the only transfer that we're bringing in this episode. Maybe another right back in the future, maybe a couple of transfers out that might shock you. We will go ahead and see. Speaking of which, we of course won Hector Bellerin off of a wager that we had up against Arsene Wenger. And this is the rotational episode. This is a little bit of housekeeping that I must do. Thank you guys so much for your continued support on this series, as well as you guys are kicking ass in the Ajax series, which is really just tickling my boner of my heart. Saved it. But we're going to go ahead and not be doing any of the cutscenes and all that stuff, so hopefully the cinematic at the beginning is enough to satiate your voracious hungers as we were trying to bring in Hector Bellerin. And I'm looking at Tammy Abraham as kind of the English Ibra, if you will. See if I want to go ahead and take him under our wings. So that when Zlatan has to go, we have someone in the wings. And just imagine the strike partnership. We have two of the highest rated English strikers on our squad. Possibly could we have Marcus Rashford as well as Tammy Abraham building for the future, but now we're playing for him. We're playing for now. Memphis Depay, Anthony Martial, and Antoine Griezmann go ahead, start up front. We're playing that little kind of like 4-4-1-1 formation that we're doing, with Anthony Martial playing more of the target man, while Griezmann is the guy who's getting in behind. Liverpool starting the usual suspects over here. Kevin Stewart, who is that? But Sadio Mane, Divock Origi, and Daniel Sturridge start up front. No Coutinho. They must have sold him or something, because he isn't even on the bench. I ain't even going to complain about that. Let's go ahead and get into this. Look at this. Little triangles in the midfield. Griezmann getting his first touch onto the ball. Wanted to play that onto Griezmann, but somehow Martial outstrings his way past the defender. Nathaniel Klein has no choice but to take him down in the box. And now the only question is it yellow or is it red? Show it to him, ref. Show it to him, ref. Yes, get over here. Get over here. Get over here, son. All right, now go by. I love that new animation in this. It's just like, no, everyone move away. Come over here. This is about me now. I'm the ref. This is my moment. Don't spoil it. Red card. Get done. Get to the showers. Martial, calm, cool. Penalties this year, man. Usually I'm pretty good with them, and I just tilted it a little bit too far to the right on that occasion. Not my best work, but again, Griezmann linking up with Saul, linking it up over to Martial. Martial, unselfish, plays Memphis in a superior position. And as you can see, had the inside of the defender, good vision by Martial. Could have easily just pinged it crossbody, but instead flings it across. They're a little bit direct at the back since losing Nathaniel Klein, and it shows. And look at this. This is the toppiest of Bennies. He absolutely flamethrowers it into the back of that. Memphis, a little bit of a forgotten cat, but a lot of you guys have been saying, don't super forget about Martial in here. Sorry. Don't forget about Martial. He's a supreme talent, and he showed it, over the weekend for Holland. And I said, yeah, as you can see, we have a lot of world beaters in this squad. Griezmann going from distance, Pogba Martial. And the only guy who scored on the pitch today is Memphis, and I think that says something about him, man. He is in the long-term future of this club. Just his play has been, I don't know, it's tough to break to the squad, especially with the names that we have brought in. And that ends the first half. A myriad of chances, as you saw, a cornucopia of chances, if you will, to end it out, but still no end product. But now, on to the counterattack. Anthony Martial, using his pace, using his strength, goes ahead, goes to his side. Who does he see? Wide open, Griezmann! It flips over, but then Better call Saul! Better call Saul, ladies and gentlemen. Better call Saul. Dab on him. You deserve it, son. He's the best player. Maybe he's getting up there, man. He might be the best player I've ever used in FIFA. He's already the best midfielder I've ever used in FIFA. Better than any Pogba. Better than any, Talisman. Look at this. He just keeps on showing up, and he keeps on. I don't think I've ever had a player that played better than his stats. He's only like 82, 83 rated. It's not like he's flown up the charts. In every metric, Paul Pogba should be better, but it is Saul. Better call him Saul. That absolutely destroys other teams' hearts, man. And then once again, another tremendous scissor kick from outside of the box to beat, I believe, Carries is in that. Now, this is the moment. Griezmann, Dylan in the defender. Hey, there's a space. A little taste of what the Frenchman can do right there. Absolute destruction on the defenders, leaving them turned into knots, and finessing with his non-preferred. I mean, he only has a 3-star. I gotta remember that. I should have just gone power to the far post with his left foot. Instead, I tried to finesse it with his 3-star right foot, and a little bit too much power. But it's gonna happen. And even though he didn't get a goal in this one, he played pretty well for an opening one. Issue also might have noticed, defensively, we were stellar. Absolutely magnificent. Only one shot allowed. Possession was pretty, not, but they're definitely missing Coutinho. They're definitely missing, I think, Firmino wasn't in the roster as well. Liverpool just lacking the bite that they do have in real life. And here we go. More offers coming in. Morgan Schneiderlin, he's a phenomenal real-life player, but a bit of a surplus at the squad. Actually, a lot of you guys hate Fellaini, but I like Fellaini in the game. He's actually really good as a CDM, especially try him in FUT. I'm not much of a FUT guy, but Fellaini is masterful in FUT. Go ahead, get him. But we're moving on with Schneiderlin. Barcelona wants to go ahead and give him. He's going to get a new home there. He'll definitely get some play time. Probably, behind like Busquets. He's got a lot of stamina, I'm sure. Hector Bellerin, and possibly could be getting him. Arsenal have agreed to around 20 million. It's relatively cheap, especially for a guy as high potential as him for an 80 rated player, but I'm not going to complain, man. I ain't going to complain. And final scout coming in for Donald Briel Embolo, as well as a transfer offer for Memphis Depay from Real Madrid. And here's the thing, he's not going to get the playtime here. He's probably not going to get the playtime in Real Madrid, but I just think in real life, Memphis needs to go out on loan and try to find himself, because what he's doing at Manchester United just isn't really working for him and his development right now. So I made the tough decision. I thought about it and it's like, yeah, let's push him out to Real Madrid. Let's go ahead, bring in Hector Bellerin over here. No animations for Hector for now. Actually, I'll leave it up to Stropple. Do you want a little cinematic thing for Hector Bellerin at the start of the next episode? Let me know, yes or no. There you go. But speaking on, we've loaned out players. The last time that Manchester United loaned out a player to Real Madrid, it did kind of rejuvenate his career, and that being, Javier Chicharito. We loaned him out. He had a mediocre spell. He scored a crucial goal for Real Madrid, but then after that he moved, unfortunately didn't do it for Manchester United, but he moved on to Bayern Leverkusen and totally became, the striker that a lot of people knew that he could be, especially being a first team guy. So I thought, go over there, learn the ways of Carlo Ancelotti, see how the best players in the world train, and hopefully he can pick up a couple things and bring it back to us. Now, unfortunately, our defending was not world class in this match. In fact, it was going to be a stubborn one. Always up against Stoke. It's pretty rough. We have a myriad of chances. Lingard flashing it over the post, on the rebound. Usually you think that he's great at that, just arriving at that moment and just whiplashing his foot at the ball and firing it on an arrow into the back of the net, but it wasn't happening right there. David De Gea goes ahead, collects it. Easy stuff, boring stuff. I do apologize for the lackluster gameplay in that first half, but it's Stoke. I mean, it's sexy Stoke Alona. What are you going to expect? Then Wheeland, absolute debacle. We are lost on the wing. No fullback for coverage. Shaqiri turns once, gets it over to Afellay. Afellay back to Shaqiri! He's going God mode, baby. He is going absolute God mode. For you guys who don't know, I used to play career mode with Stoke last season. It was my first career mode at the start of FIFA 16. And Shaqiri was unstoppable at times. And he seems to be pretty unstoppable right there. That is a goal of the most audacious orders. Jeezy Louise, Shaqiri. Shaqiri. My freaking God. And we're going to go ahead and try to chase this game from behind up against Stoke, much like we did in real life. Having a little bit of an issue. It's Andre Herrera getting out with Martial. Patience up. Playing it over to Draxler. Julian fires it. Crossbody. Jack Butlins can't get onto it. Andre Herrera can't get onto it. But Hungman's son sneaks in like a Korean ninja at the back poster. Look at that. Actually getting, I believe this is his first goal. The man, the myth, the legend, Hungman's son, Sonaldo, as Way likes to call them. Toe tapping it in, getting in front of the defender. And we really needed that, man. And let's be honest, just a mire of a game. We somehow poke it right back after conceding 3 minutes after Shaqiri. And now, could we build momentum from that? Hungman's son feeling himself. Look at this, absolutely rinsing through the defenders, drooling around them like they weren't even there. Now Hungman's son absolutely getting on it. Short cross, does well enough to get that rid, but then a player's down. And who is it? If we can't stop him in regular play, we stop him with the dirtiest of touches. Jonathan Tah going ahead. Didn't really see all too much. Nothing malicious there. But we're going to take out Julian Draxler, Andre Herrera, and Rashford. Bring in Kazuki Honda, Marion Fellaini, and Fabinho. I'm fine with it. We're breezing it in the regular, in the regular season in the league. So a 1-1 draw isn't the worst thing in the world. But still, shambolic defending and good sensations from David De Gea over there. Goes ahead and rescues, what could be one of our rare losses this season. Now, linking up with Honda, giving it back into the middle. Luke Shaw! That's a fullback shot. That is indeed a fullback shot. And we hold on, man. A little bit of downward tip in form. I would say after we battered Liverpool, we come back with this performance. I mean, there's always going to be games like this, man. I wish that we had played better. With this team was a skeleton squad. It wasn't our top guys that were in here. We're saving all of them up for the third game in this episode, which is up against Manchester City, which the second leg of the EFL Cup. It was okay. We dominated possession. We had a decent amount of shots on target. On a different day, could have won that match. And every single season, it's a long season, You're going to have games like that, tough games, especially up against teams like Stoke. There are no gimmies in the, in the EPL. So you're going to go ahead and do that. Speaking of putting on players on loan, Jesse Lingard, he was on loan for most of the first half of the season, and he grew pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and put him out on loan. Sheffield Wednesday, he'll definitely get some playtime there. And with the final scouting report on Donald Brio and Bolo, I thought, I'm looking for the future, man. I'm looking for the future. Some might cry out Mbolo is oversigned, and I would say to that, I'm only looking at him because he was linked to Manchester United in real life before he went over to Schalke. So that is why, I'm thinking, could we go ahead and we bring him in? Obviously, it's not going to be the most realistic because it is in January, but I'd like to look at, things like Antoine Griezmann. What would Manchester United look like with, Griezmann? What would Manchester look like with a bright young talent in Donald Brio and Bolo? With that much pace and strength on both wings. Imagine that, guys. Imbrolo bro on one side, Martial on the other. Two guys that can reach 90 pace and over 80 strength on both of the wings. And then you got Marcus Rashford, the speed demon, or Tammy Abraham, another big boy with a good amount of strength in the middle. or Zlatan or Griezmann in the middle. Woo! Devastating stuff. I'm getting a heart boner just thinking about it. But alas, no more boner talk. Let's get into it. I've switched over Griezmann's number to 7, but I want you guys to vote. What number do you think we should give Griezmann? Should we steal it away from Martial and give him the 11 again? Should he get like, I don't know. I actually don't really know. Should we give him the 7, the 17? I'm thinking that we should give him the 7. That's the clear-cut one. 9 will stay with Zlatan for now. Maybe we'll go ahead and revote after like Zlatan retires, and then we'll see kind of how the numbers kind of rearrange. But I'll let you guys go ahead and do that, and I will reply to the next episode. But now, what is on the line? We lead this 2-0 on aggregate, but now we are away. Kevin De Bruyne streaking away from the defender, flipping it into the middle, and Kun Aguero out-jumps Eric Bailly. What? On what? Well, to be fair, it's kind of weird, and this is not me being cocky. It's just that Manchester. When I play Manchester City, Aguero doesn't usually score me, and it's mostly because it's not because he's not tremendous. He's a world-class talent, one of the best strikers in the world. It's just every time that I play Manchester City, they always either sell him or they had him on the bench. So I don't know. For that, it was kind of a surreal moment, but I guess should be expected. Now Sonia flipping it in. Could they get a second one? And then we would be even. I do not know how the EFL Cup works, if there's like aggregate, home or away, that kind of stuff. But, you know, let's just go ahead. Let's have the total win. And the man is going to do it. Zlatan! Not the best work from here, but you know, you keep on giving him these free kicks. We have seen what he can do with that Dazzlers, and they give us another shot. This time Gundogan lined up perfectly. He's gonna go ahead, put it into the. Okay, it didn't even go where it needed to. Okay. You get away with this one. Manchester City for the second time now. Antoine Griezmann linking up. Beautiful play to Antoine. Not his best match. To say the least. He seemed to be in form a couple of episodes ago, but now, you know, like free kick sailing wide, is going off. Maybe that's the type of player that he's going to be this season for us. Now Gundogan on the inside just whips at it, snaps at it, and pulls it. Fortunate for him, that easily could have put us 2-2 on the total of both legs. But we're keeping it. Can we maintain? Can we get a second here? Can we lead the cushion? Martial is in! Antonio Bravo! Left between two worlds! There we go. A little tribute to the ex-captain from Anthony Martial. Touching scenes here at the Etihad as Anthony Martial goes ahead, plays a crucial 1-2. Good to see Antoine Griezmann getting his first assist for the club. And Anthony Martial goes ahead, calm, cool, collected, in that serial killer-esque face of his. Every time he scores, he just like has zero. Antoine Griezmann, another linking up, diabolical scenes. Ibra. Just wasn't his day, was it? Now Kun Aguero, winning on to the ball to De Bruyne. De Bruyne going on to the inside, flips it over to David Silva. Well, it's a good thing we scored that goal. Yeah. Not the best defending from me. Great little touches from them. Great one-time passing, and I believe that was Hector Bellerin that gets turned around by his compatriot over there. Not the best work, not the best first showing for Hector Bellerin. And then they give us another, and maybe third time's the charm. He steps up, he shoots, it's right at Bravo. I mean, there's a lot of power behind it. He does have to parry, but I was done with him. Take him off, bring on Rashford, bring on Herrera for Saul over here, who is quite tired. And try to see if we can go ahead, put a little bit more distance, but then Sterling goes ahead. Not like this, squeaky bum time. Oh, I thought for sure, I was like, yep. The computer dragged my player forward, who's in acres of space. I thought for sure that was going near post. Now Mkhitaryan, please just give us the safety. Rashford Sonia gets a little bit of a nick onto it, but then we go into Hector Bellerin, whips it into the middle. Griezmann is on the far post. Gundogan does just about enough to knock him off balance. Now Silva playing the beautiful 1-2 over to Sonia. Can we mark it in? Flipping it into the middle. Sterling once again scuffs a beautiful chance, and De Bruyne does nothing but carelessly flip it into the back. And we hold on. We got the goodies. Oh, just barely, man. It was, let me tell you, the perspiration in my nether regions after playing this game, swampy is the best way to describe it. Smelled like a swamp down there, but that is a tale for another day, ladies and gentlemen. We hold on, and that is the important issue that I want to talk to the people of FIFA today. We did it. We've defeated Manchester City. Technically, we lost today, but we have won the war. We advanced to the EFL Cup. A cup that I didn't think would have that much significance at the start of the season, but because we're going up against rivals, it just meant so much more to us. And the best thing of all, if you watched the last episode, we still get to eat at Wings. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and check out the previous episode right here. Ding! If you like this episode, please leave a like. And if you haven't checked out the ice cream for some reason, go ahead and click right here. Ding. My name's B Minus. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. How did you guys enjoy Mr. Antoine Griezmann with the squad? Let me know in the comments down below. Remember to stay yourself, stay humble, and be weird.